Good day, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome back to ARK Survival Ascended, and today I'm back here on Genesis Part 1, and a lot has happened since the first episode. I went ahead and upgraded the house from some small wooden shack to a nice raised thatch house that, honestly, I'm pretty proud of. I think this is actually pretty decent design, especially considering that I only use thatch structures. I also went ahead and upgraded my gear and tamed myself a monkey. However, I went ahead and lost the cryptocolitis and a tide pup that I ended up taming. I had most of that filmed, but honestly, after going through it, I just realized that it really wasn't worth keeping, and I didn't feel like it was worthy to go ahead and make it into an episode, so I decided we go ahead and just completely start over with episode 2, and I'm going to try and find some way to replace that cryptocolitis we had earlier, either with a new one or with something else. I did see there was a what was that, 140 ichthy? Yeah, not exactly what I'm looking for ideally. Did that say 150? No, but there is an electrophorus chasing me. I'm not really sure what I'm gonna go for, but I definitely need to move off of this island. I think I'm gonna be okay. Alright, well that was pretty rude. But yeah, this island is way too small for me to go ahead and just be staying here. I need to move to something a little bit larger. I also need to figure out what I want to put all my points on my Iggy into. But yeah, this island is really too small, and I had to do a dino wipe because creatures weren't spawning properly, which unfortunately wiped anything good that was here earlier. I've gone ahead and done a quick sweep of the island, and there's really nothing here that I think is worth taming. There is a 140 Therizino, but I don't really think a Therizino is something I'm going to be able to manage to tame right now. I guess there's a 150 Hesperornis, but I don't really need that. Let's see, a little 20 Archelon, and is that a parrot? That is. Alright, well, I would like to get myself one of those, but their taming method is probably something that I'm going to have to wait a little bit longer to do. I don't know what the closest mission is, and even if I could do it, I could probably only do like a race one, and from what it sounds like, you have to go ahead and either kill alphas or complete missions with the parrot on your shoulder, and you only have 1 hour to do that, in order to tame it, and I just don't think I can really handle that right now. I think I want something that can go ahead and help me get across the ocean a little bit better. Part of, hold on, nope, not good level. We'll have to find our one. But anyway, part of what I did do, while trying to make, this episode earlier, was I ended up headed over to the bog, which ended up being a big mistake because there wasn't anything there. Honestly, I mean, there were a few raptors, but really I was trying to find a Sarco or something because I wanted a decent underwater mount that might be able to handle combat, and there were no Sarcos. I did a lap around, I want to say, like, the west and north border of the bog, and I couldn't find a single Sarco. So, yeah, I don't know if they're just not spawning for some reason or what, but yeah, bogs seem pretty empty. But I also learned that this island that I have is not actually a teleportation spot, so I had to make this raft, and I had to sail all the way up here from way down there at that southmost island, which honestly took me like 10 minutes to do. So, yeah, I think that it might be worth moving, or at the very least, I'm going to need to find a creature I can use. Because as it currently stands, I'm a little afraid to get in the water. Oh, yeah, I definitely shouldn't get in the water. But as it currently stands, I don't really think I'm going to be able to go ahead and teleport outside of this biome unless I have some way to go ahead and get back here that's better than a raft. So I'm kind of thinking that I'd like to find another cryptocolitis if I can, because I really do like cryptocolitis. I think they're a really good aquatic mount, and I should probably switch over here. And I guess I could tame an ichthy, but the problem is ichthy's not really going to be able to do much. I feel like I'd want something other than an ichthy. Let me just quickly check. What level do you unlock? 47 for Megalodon, and I feel like Zephacnus is 50-something? ZH? Yeah, just ZI, and 55, alright. So, a bit a ways too far away, in my opinion, to go ahead and try and tame one of those. I'm pretty sure you need angler gel for a manta. Not that I would really want a manta. They're a little bit bad, if I'm being honest. But yeah, I'm not really sure what we're going to be aiming for today. It's kind of hard to tell what is going to happen and hard to make a plan when, at this point in the game, it kind of just depends on what the game gives you. So if it gives me a good level Cryptocleidos to tame, then great. But if it decides to throw me a curveball and give me, I don't know, a good level Mosa or something, I'll probably find some way to go ahead and tame that Mosa. Okay, maybe not Mosa, but you get the idea. There is some obelisk squid around here. An obelisk squid only spawn when there's a Cryptocleidos nearby, so let's go ahead and... Am I good? Alright. Head underwater, just a quick check. I'm not seeing anything. Alright, that's weird. Hop back on. I know there's a few of them on the island, but they're all bad levels, so I'd like to go ahead and see if there's one in the water just around the island. Another important thing that I did end up finding, hold up. There might be one on the wire here. Let's see, just see the ichthyes. Oh, it's a, Hesperornis that's killing them. Alright. Can I get back on, please? Thank you. But anyway, one thing that I learned is that there is, like, cave-level megalodons and mantas in the water here, so I need to be really careful about those things because they could kill me really easily. The way I actually lost the Cryptocleidos, which there's one in the water right there, that one I haven't checked the level of, I don't think. We just dive down. Oh, there's one right there too. Level 20, need something better than that, and 135. Ah, nuts. Hold on. I think I can make it out of this. It can't shock me, so I'd like it to come back. There it is. Come on, let's take it down. Oh no, there's a ton of megalodons over here. Yeah, but those megalodons are a really big problem because they kind of just swarm you and, oh, those are X ones. Alright, well, that's a whole nother problem. Yeah, that 135 Cryptocleidos is really tempting, but this is definitely too busy of an area for a 135. I don't really tame 135s. I normally limit myself to 140 and above, so yeah, if it was a 140 or 145 to 150, then, I mean, yeah, I'd probably go ahead and try to figure out a way to tame it, but I don't really think it's worth it right now. Honestly, it may be worth actually going ahead and trying to pack up and teleport to another island to try and live there. But from what I saw, all of the other islands were a little bit too dangerous for me to want to go ahead and colonize them. Yeah, I think we'll stay here. I just need to find some mount that I can use to get through the water. Problem is if I do that, we've kind of gone ahead and determined that there's no good Cryptocleidos around here, meaning the next best option would probably be to go back to the bog and see if I could find a Sarco. Yeah, I think that's probably my best bet, but Sarco, I have a good amount of narcotic, so I think I could go ahead and probably get away with knocking out one of them. The only problem is that I'm going to have to go ahead and make it a saddle and bring it back, and of course I have no idea if I'm actually going to tame one, so I don't want to make a saddle for it, and I'm pretty sure Sarco, hold on, let me see, they require, yeah, they take cementing paste. 20 isn't a lot, but at the same time, I don't really know if I could farm that. Yeah, unfortunately, we're in a pretty bad spot here, unless I do want to try and raft to another island. Honestly, that island's not too far away. I'm going to go take a look. So, hang on. I'm going to go ahead and sail over to this island, and hopefully we can see if there's anything good over there. So, I'll bring you guys back when we're over there. Okay, we're just about here to the other island, and I actually just reached the level for the shipyard and the sloop, and honestly, I really want to go ahead and make one of those, because it'll probably make traveling across these islands a whole lot faster. The only problem is that I'm going to need to go ahead and get some oil. The sloop costs 60 oil in addition to a bunch of other stuff, which I can relatively easily farm, but the oil is the one I'm most concerned about. Convenient enough, it looks like there's actually oil right over here, so let's go ahead and see if we can get some of that without dying. I don't really know if that's going to be enough for the 60 that I'm going to need. That was right over here, right? A little bit hard to see. I think we should be good. Nope, here it is. Yep, just past it just a little bit. Honestly, it looks like this island's pretty empty of anything around it, and yeah, alright. And looks like, yeah, we're gonna be able to get enough. Perfect. That's exactly what we needed. Honestly, maybe I'll head home and we can just go ahead and make the sloop just off of this. Yeah, honestly, that's pretty good way to start this. Let me just quickly go ahead and head over to the island, just do a little bit of searching around, just to see what lives over here. I kind of like the way this looks. This reminds me of the White Cliffs on Val, which is kind of my home biome, so and this nice, almost white chalk-like rock is really nice. But yeah, let's go ahead and take a look around the island, see what we can find. I see Phiomias. There's Dilo back there. Could we potentially find... I honestly wouldn't say no to a Carno. I feel like I could probably knock one out. Even without a trap, though, I could definitely trap and then I could definitely knock it out. Fortunately, this one's looking pretty dead. Oh, there's a raptor. Honestly, I don't really think I'm in the market for a raptor. I feel like they're not strong enough to handle everything, especially because next biome I probably want to go to is the bog, and yeah, the bog's just going to have better raptors with the X variant, so definitely don't want to go ahead and tame any of those guys up just yet. This is suspiciously dead. I mean, there's nothing here. Why is that? Huh. I could definitely use this to move over to, but I'm pretty sure this isn't a teleportation spot, so yeah, probably won't want to settle here, even though it's kind of an upgrade, so I guess if I wanted to live on the land in the ocean biome, then I probably could go ahead and live out here, but yeah, I'm not really seeing much. What's in there? Sounds like ooh, moss chops. What level are you? 55. I am in the market for some good moss chops. Is there really good blood bags for taming, what do you call them? Bloodstalkers, there we go. And yeah, I really want to go ahead and get hold of one of those really quickly. So we can probably keep an eye out for some good moss chops. Just go ahead and swim a little bit, see if we can find a cryptoclitus. I feel like the reef around this island has almost nothing on it. This kind of would have been a nice island to start on, honestly, if there's just nothing here, but there's also oil. Hold on, let's just go down and get that. What's that? Oh, that's just, some plants. Yeah, there's just nothing here. It's kind of suspicious. I'm getting a little bit concerned as to why this is so open. I mean, this game normally doesn't work by the logic of big open area means boss fight, but at the same time, just kind of natural instincts tell me that I should probably be a little bit careful if it seemingly seems empty. Hold on, can I say hi? There we go. Not really sure what I'm going to use this for right now, but might not be a bad idea to get some of them. Alright, well, honestly, this area is pretty dead, so I guess maybe, yeah, I'll just head back home and we can go ahead and I'll just farm up the materials and we can go ahead and make that shipyard and a sloop. So I guess hold on, let me go ahead and sail all the way back home and farm a bunch of materials and we can go ahead and get that done. Okay, so I've gone ahead and I've made up the sloop. I've gone ahead and kind of just tested a little bit of sailing just to try and get used to the controls. Warning, I'm not good at it. It's definitely gonna take me some time to get used to it, so I apologize if my sailing is absolutely terrible, but hopefully it'll get better. I'm not really sure where I want to go. Actually, now that I think about it, probably should just head down south to the island that I ended up at when I was, when I came back from the bog. So let's just go ahead and turn around. I realize, though, I think the blue arrow on the compass is probably where the wind is going, so I will be sailing against wind. Oh, I can rotate sails. Never mind, that'll make it a whole lot better. Yeah, I'll just have to go ahead and turn this thing around. And it looks like you can only fire the cannons, at least right now, I'm only allowed to fire them when I anchor. I don't know if that's normal, and I'm pretty sure you can go ahead and customize the, I'm pretty sure you're able to go ahead and customize the ships as well. But yeah, I'll definitely have to look a bit more into how to go ahead and use these things and just exactly what we can do. But yeah, let's just try and head down to our destination. Honestly, probably far enough out that I can just completely drop the sail. And, alright, hopefully this goes well. This is definitely a lot faster than a raft, I'll give it that. Let's see, I think that's an eel, right? I think so. Yeah. Alright, so hopefully we can go ahead and we can make our way over to that other island. I believe I remember seeing Dodex when I was over there, and I just now realized that I completely forgot to grab narcotic. Great going. Do I still have my hotbar? Okay, I do. I just can't use it when I'm on the boat. Okay, so I can kind of just let it autopilot. I'm assuming that there's probably enough physics that if I go ahead and ram into an island, it's probably gonna hurt the boat, so probably shouldn't let that happen. Just want to see if there's anything else. I don't know why, but the camera feels weird to me. Maybe it's because I know I'm moving, but I'm on something that's stationary. I don't know. This is kind of weird. Alright. Yeah, and there's just nothing down here. So I guess, yeah, I'll have to go ahead and fill this all in with a bunch of stuff. I'm kind of curious to know if there are, blueprints for, better versions of the boats. So if you can get like a higher quality one that has more health or something, or I don't know if the cannon damage is linked to some stat. That'd be interesting to know. But for now, it looks like we're good. Oh, big lag spike. I'm guessing that's because we're near... I'm guessing that's probably a gamma fort based off the green coloration. Let's see. There we go. Just angle ourselves a little bit more. A little bit too much. Yeah, definitely gonna take me a little bit of time to get used to this. Let's see. North is that way, meaning actually the sail's angled pretty nicely. Angle it like this. Alright, I think that should be roughly accurate, I think. I really wish that the compass worked a little bit better and was angled based off the direction that you're looking, but yeah. Is it moving on its own? I wonder if it angles itself automatically. No, it probably just moves around a little bit with the wind. Anyway, yeah. It would definitely be interesting to see how this would work with multiple people, but seeing that I'm just solo, yeah, I'm not really sure if I'm gonna end up making a brigantine. I'll probably just stay here at the sloop. It's unfortunate they don't have a galleon. That'd be really nice, but I guess it would probably be a little bit much. But yeah, I mean, this is definitely nice. I mean, this is a really good mobile base potential. I mean, probably the best mobile base we have in the game currently, so definitely like that. Honestly, this is very similar to what I thought the Zeppelin was going to be when they announced Steampunk Ascent. I was really hoping it was going to be something really big like this that you could turn into a really good mobile base. And it looks like we have a Dilo figurehead. I'm definitely going to need to change that if I can. Is the ship customization just already here? No. I can change the name. I'll definitely have to find something. And this should be, yeah, just the skill tree. Gone ahead and read that. I'll have to read through it again, and I'm definitely going to need to go ahead and figure out what skills I want. But yeah, we're just going to head down to this island. At the very least, I want to go ahead and explore it, just because if this is the island I'm going to be teleporting to, assuming that I'm still going to be living in the same spot, it'd probably be nice. This is definitely really weird to be doing. This doesn't feel like ARK, I gotta be honest. This is just kind of weird, but I guess it's not, like, bad. I mean, I don't mind it. It's just different and interesting. But, yeah, definitely gonna take some getting used to using this. I do really like this water. I'm surprised they're able to make it so nice and at the same time run so well. I don't know how other machines are doing. I do have a very high-end big leg spike, guessing that's because of the islands, but I do have a pretty high-end PC, so yeah, I'm not exactly sure how this is being handled by everyone else, but I mean, it's running pretty smoothly for me. Alright, looks like we're here. Let's go ahead and try and stop, get a nice gentle stop. Oh, we can probably go a little bit more forward. Not really sure if I prefer first person or zoomed out in third person, but yeah, I do remember that inside that sea fort over there were some aloes, so definitely need to be careful about that. A little bit nervous about how I'm going to be able to get the Iggy on and off of the boat. I'm not really sure how I'm going to go about that, because it doesn't look like there's a ramp. I could probably try and park next to the cliff by that sea fort, and I could probably go ahead and just have the Iggy jump back on. Yeah, that's probably the best option. Let's see, I should be able to just drop the anchor, I think. This should be a decent spot, right? There we go. Alright. Am I able to go ahead and, cannons, please? No? Alright. I don't know why it's not letting me use this. I wonder if the Iggy's in the way. Here, let's move him up here. This is weird. The camera angle... I'm like, am I just crazy, or is the camera angle actually different? Okay, it's not letting me use the cannons. Alright, that's weird. Do I have to interact with them down here? No? Alright, so... Oh, there we go. And do I just fire them? Oh, do I have to angle them? Alright. Now let's see what happens. Nope, still not able to fire them. Alright, I don't know what's up with that. Yeah, I'll have to figure that out later. Maybe it's just a bug, but... So we got a terror bird over there. Definitely. Oh. I did say I want a carnivore. Terror bird isn't exactly what I had in mind. 140 Dodec, that would be good. That'd be a very long tame, though. 140 terror bird. Got a 140 male, and what was the 145? Was that a female, by any chance? Oh, it is. It's pretty tempting, I gotta be honest. Terror birds aren't really that great, but, I mean, I'm not really in a position to be that picky, so maybe I should take it. What about the bear? Okay, that is a really good tame. Definitely gonna need to go ahead and make some, definitely gonna need to make some nice, Can I go ahead and... Oh, there we go. Definitely gonna need to go ahead and make some, a trap for that thing, but yeah. Wait, is that baby aloe? Oh, it is. Oh. Okay, so there's a 150 aloe around there somewhere. That would also be incredibly good. Alright, honestly, let's just head over there. So far it looks like everything that could possibly attack me can be affected by Ebola, so let's just go for it. This is definitely a lot different than the island we were at. Let's see, can I just claim you, or is your parent still alive? Okay, I can claim you, so... I don't know, is the 150 aloe worth it, or should I go ahead and try and get a better... I mean, it's just gonna be a 150, it can't be a, it can't be the, I can't get the taming levels, so... I don't really know if that's worth keeping. I definitely want to harvest up all this chitin. And I definitely am going to need to go ahead and find some way to go ahead and get that bear knocked out. That's going to be pretty expensive. And yeah, having left all of my narcotic back at home. Let me just quickly check really quick. How much a bear, what taming a bear would take. So hang on a second. Okay, I could go ahead and prime tame it. Yeah, that wouldn't be too bad. Alright, let's aim for that. 140 bear. Definitely a lot better than what I thought I'd be getting. I definitely am going to need to go ahead and farm up. I can use the prime from all the baby terror birds and stuff and aloes that are around here. And I can probably go ahead and... Yeah, I'm going to need to make the mortar. Hang on, let me just go ahead and get enough stuff for a table so I can go ahead and have the mortar accessible instead of just sitting there on the floor, and I can go ahead and put that. I'll probably go ahead and furnish up the boat here after this episode. I'm thinking, I'm not really sure how long it's been, but maybe we may go ahead and tame the bear and then call it that. I'm not really sure. That's definitely going to be a really good tame, though. It's honestly kind of an upgrade to the Iggy, but, I mean, it's a really good upgrade. I mean, it's a bear. I mean, pretty hard to go ahead and get something better than a bear. I mean, they're pretty powerful. Oh. Okay, they're just ichthyes. Never mind. Never mind, I'm good. For whatever reason, I can't tame them, right? Okay, why do you exist? What is your purpose? If you're so high level and I can't tame you, then why are you a thing? Oh no, I'm so confused about that. Alright. I guess that's something for me to figure out later. Yeah, I think my Iggy has hide, right? Yes. Don't worry, I got that, because a Pego stole it and I killed it with the Iggy. Don't worry, I haven't figured out a way to go ahead and make Iggy's able to harvest hide. Alright, I just now realized I'm going to need a bunch of, spoiled meats, and I'm gonna need a bunch of, narcoberries. Narcoberries isn't hard. Alright, looks like placing things in here is going to be a little bit awkward. I'll just leave it up here for now. And, yeah, I'll have to go ahead. We can probably try and use a, use one of those baby creatures to farm up the prime, and... Yeah, I'm going to have to take the Iggy off if I want to go ahead and farm the, if I want to farm up some berries. Okay, I mean, it's going to have to happen, so we may as well. I just don't know how to get it back on. That's the thing I'm scared of, is that once it's off, how am I going to get it back on? I mean, honestly, same goes with the bear. How am I supposed to load a bear? An Iggy can jump. Bears cannot jump, last I checked. It's been a while since I tamed a bear, so maybe they can, and I'm just crazy, but I'm pretty sure it doesn't make sense that a bear could jump. Everything I know about bears says that jumping is probably off the table, so... yeah, I guess I'm just gonna have to go ahead and farm a bunch of stuff for the narcotic to tame this guy. So hang on a minute, let me just go ahead and farm that up, as well as the trap, and then I'll bring you guys back when we're ready to go ahead and actually try and down it. Alright, so I'm ready to go ahead and tame the bear. Looks like I'm gonna have to get this Gallia out of the trap. Whoops. But yeah, I should have everything that I need, and I should have enough stuff to knock it out. Hold on. Look, nope, wait, come back, please. Wow, okay, that was easy. So yeah, this should hopefully keep it in there. I'm pretty sure that the roof can go ahead and keep it from getting kind of bugged out. But yeah, this should be a pretty easy tame from now. Really? Oh, hold on. Let's not go ahead and try to attack this thing. There we go. Alright, oh, looks like... I'm not sure if we're gonna be able to, down this thing without having to feed it first. I mean, good news is there's tons of stuff to offer it, but, yeah. Definitely need to be careful. I think we'll be okay. Oh, hey, you wanna go ahead and... Oh, can they not damage galleys? I guess not. Here, look over here at me. Just make sure I'm hitting you and not the galley, please. There we go. Alright. I'll just keep an eye on it. Yeah, I'll probably want to feed it, just to be safe. I think maybe with the torpor over time it would be enough. But I think just for safety, we should probably go ahead and feed it. Yeah, fortunately all these aloes are just offering themselves as, an easy way to go ahead and get a bunch of prime meat, so... It shouldn't be too difficult. Let's keep scanning. Again, I really wish that there was a way to change the binding for the scan, but not for, the displaying HUD, because I have it set to toggle, and it's really annoying that I have to toggle it on and off every time I try to scan something. Alright, I think I should probably go ahead and get it something to eat now. That'll work. Hey, got a very special mission for you, Mr. Parasaur. Oh, wait, can I carry a Parasaur? Oh, I can. Really? Are Parasaurs? I thought Parasaurs were a lot heavier, I guess. Hey, Mr. Bear. Got a present for you. Mind eating it? Oh, I forget how much damage bears do. Oh, that hurts. Yeah, don't fight bears, people. You're not gonna win. I mean, maybe if it's like a black bear or a sun bear, maybe, but don't fight bears. Just don't fight bears, please. If not for yourself, then for the bear. Either you need to go through that. I mean, should just be pretty easy. Knockout tame. I'm really paranoid that something's gonna show up. I'm really... I guess I just find it very odd that there is a max level baby aloe just running around here. Because what kills a max level aloe? I mean, not even a dire bear can do that, right? Actually, now that I think about it, dire bear probably can't do that. Dire bears are... These guys are really good, honestly. I always forget just how good they are. Mostly because, I mean, they're just kind of hard to tame. They take a lot of torpor, and they have more torpor than they have health, so you can't really tame them with anything relatively early game. 1 or 2 more shots should be enough, I think. Actually, may not need that. Yep, there we go. Perfect. And, alright, sleep time for the giant bear. Let's see. I don't know why I checked its stats. I already know what they are. Hey, Mr. Aloe. Sorry, but I need the prime meat that you have. Now that I think about it, first of all, imprint you. Oh. Let me just go ahead. Let me just grab all 3 of these, honestly, if I need to go ahead and do that. I really should look at that. I kind of want to keep this aloe, honestly. I mean, it's only 150, and I can't get it on the boat. Alright, that settles it. I'm just gonna have to use these guys as prime. I definitely want to starve the bear a little bit before I go ahead and put in all the prime meat. So I'll leave them here, right over there. And I think I want to grab the Iggy. Stop moving, please. Thank you. Alright, let's just head around the area just to see if we can find anything. Honestly, I wouldn't mind a good Gigano. I really need one, but just kind of be interesting to tame one. I haven't really tamed one in a long time, so... Can I... Thank you. Oh. I think I'm gonna stay away from that, just in case there's any insects around here. That could be really dangerous if it gets angry. Again, also a really good tame, but we kind of got ourselves covered with a bear here. I also want to keep my eye out, because if there's a beehive, I could go ahead and just use honey to tame the bear. Let's see, what do we got in terms of Ankies here? We got a level 60 and level 100. Alright, that's not great. Challies. There's another creature I want to tame, but no real reason to. We cannot have insects around here. There are things that get very angry when there are bugs. Please go away. Then I'm also going to need a bunch of chitin now that I think about it. I just now remembered that bear saddles take a bunch of cementing paste. Should be 100. I literally just unlocked it, but yeah, that's going to be pretty spendy, so probably going to want to go ahead and farm a bunch of that stuff up. Which, honestly, here, we can just use this snail. Oh, right, forgot. Immune to melee attacks when they're in their shell. Do snails make megathers angry? At least wild ones? No, but Troodons make me terrified. Alright, let's go. Let's be anywhere but where the Troodons are. Alright, I think I remember when I was over here, there were some... I think there were some scorpions in that fort. There are also aloes in that fort, but I mean, clearly the aloes aren't around anymore if the babies are just wandering around here. I think we can go ahead and give this guy his first dose of prime meat. Actually, honestly, I can probably go ahead and just save it for when it's ready to just have all of it and completely starve it, so... yeah, I guess I'll just wait. Passive. Don't need you guys running around, just type manure. But yeah, let's see if we can go find some scorpions. That'd be really good to help bolster our chitin count. And honestly, if I can level up enough, how close am I? 3 more, and then I can get cryo balls. How I'm going to get 3 levels, that's a little bit harder. But if I can, then that's going to make getting creatures on and off of the boat a whole lot easier. Let's see. Looks clear. Then again, it looked clear when I came here earlier, and then next thing I knew, I had 3 aloes on top of me, and... is that an acro? Ooh. I know there's X-acros. Oh, there's a Tyrannosaurus. Seeing a bunch of giant theropods in the middle of some ruins of a town, something that I didn't really think would be as cool as it is. Oh. Carno. Again, let's stay away from that. I'm gonna get out of here. Yeah, maybe coming up here was a bad idea. We'll stick down to the beach where I know things are... I mean, the worst thing I can find is a bear, and at the very least, if there's another bear, I can use it to kind of kill anything that gets in my way. Carno's still following me, though, and that's gonna definitely pose a threat to the bear. Oh. Washed up ichthy. Honestly, now that I'm thinking about it, it would have been really nice if they added the washed up ichthyes from like Valguero over here and the basilos from Rag. That'd be nice if they just had those washed up here. That'd be really cool. Yeah, I think it's been long enough we can go ahead and feed him something. Yeah, sorry, buddy. You have a very important goal and none of my attacks are actually hitting you. What? There we go. I'm sorry, but it's for the sake of taming myself a bear. Oh, right. That's how I get all that XP. Let's just do this. Alright, so far so good. Terrorbird next, I guess. I should have checked how long the prime's gonna last in his inventory before I went ahead and started taking out the other ones. I don't think this is going to give me a lot, is it? 9's pretty decent. Let's see. Bear. And how long is it going to last in here? Oh, yeah, no, I think we're good at this point. Maybe a little bit more time, actually. Yeah, I'll wait a little bit longer before the aloe. How many levels does that give me, though? Just the 1. Halfway, though. Now that I think about it, that one's technically a 150 aloe, so that gives me power generator. Ooh, I get, a light. Maybe there'll be some nice designs in there. Looks like there's tentacle wrapping around that. That's kind of cool. Then we get a grill, and then there we go, 51. I can go ahead and gain access to the cryo balls and new Thyla saddle. I don't remember, but are there Thylas on Gen 1? I mean, there might be now. I mean, they've completely overhauled the ocean biome, and I mean, honestly, at this point, it's not just an ocean biome, so maybe there's Thylas on some of these islands, but yeah, just want to check the stats of this Dodec. Really bad health. It really doesn't make up for any stat that I care about. Oh, I didn't check damage. Nope, damage is still bad. Yeah, so I'll probably come back here. Have I been starving this whole time? Dang it. Yeah, I'll probably end up coming back here and taming up a Dodec, and I might try and find an Anki if I can, and some other stuff, just to go ahead and get myself some good harvesting creatures. But yeah, I think for now, it's pretty much just going to be me trying to wait for this bear in order for it to tame up. I think we might be able to give it the aloe here pretty soon. Well, let's see. I'll just go on a quick scouting run. Maybe we can go right through the mountain. Or, well, hill. This isn't really a mountain, but yeah, let's see. Oh yeah, we can just walk up this. Hopefully there's nothing up here that's too dangerous, though. Gulp. Whoa. That is the biggest rock of obsidian I have ever seen. Holy cow, is this real? It is. I mean, if I remember correctly, polymer is not easy to get here, but really, only 25? I guess the size of the rocks don't determine how rich in minerals they are. Looks like it's just continuing part of this little town. Alright, well, this is probably the island that I'm gonna have to go ahead and use to teleport to. I might end up finding another one, when I go to build my, what do you call it? Hold on, I'll find the word in a minute. My base, wow, I really just can't English today. But yeah, I'll go ahead and find an island that I can teleport to build the, ocean base next to. And yeah, hopefully, our bear? 25. Just want to check, because if I can get a mate boosted pair, that'd be great. Oh, type up. Put a 1 in front of that, buddy. But yeah, I'll probably go ahead and, just come back here to work on getting some harvesters if I can. And maybe I'll go ahead and find, I might go to a couple other islands, see if I can find a good level Anki. It doesn't seem like there's one here. There is definitely a good, Dodec here, and I want to grab that, but yeah, I think I'm going to go ahead and spend a lot more time just trying to farm up the stuff for, trying to get a Bloodstalker next, because I think that's the next big step that I want to take, is trying to get some Bloodstalkers, because I definitely want to get multiple of them, because I want to mutate them, but I also want to be able to just, even before I mutate them, start just printing a bunch of them, because I'm probably going to get a bunch of them killed. And honestly, once I get a Bloodstalker, I feel like from there, traversing around the map's going to be a lot easier, so I won't really have to worry nearly as much about being careful as to where I am, but unfortunately, getting a Bloodstalker is going to be a little bit difficult. Alright, Aloe, it's your time. But yeah, I mean, I'm going to have to find some creature that I can use as a blood bag, and the problem is I don't really know what creatures are really good for that. I'm pretty sure I used to use, moss chops back in the day. Oh, I got my pickaxe. Whoops. But I used to use moss chops for both them and, what do you call them? Desmos, now that I think about it. But it might be worth trying to find something else now. I know that Desmos can pick up, Daedon, so maybe I could go ahead and have a, Bloodstalker pick up a Daedon, but getting a Daedon would also be pretty hard to do, so yeah, I'll have to figure it out and do a little bit of investigating as to what the best way to go ahead and tame one is. And, oh, there we go. Perfect. Let's go ahead and get some crystal. I think there's some back up on the mountain. We can finally get some cryo balls and then go ahead and pick everything up. And then after that, I think I'm going to wait for the bear to tame up. And then, yeah, we can head home and probably end the episode off. I'm not really sure how long this one's been, but, I mean, it's been a little bit of time on my end, so I think that's pretty fitting to just end it here. But yeah, I'm gonna go ahead and just wait for this bear tame up, so I'll bring you guys back when we're ready to check it out. Alright, so I got the bear, and I'm almost home now. Just gonna have to go ahead and park myself, so hopefully this doesn't go too badly. Nope, I overturned, and I'm gonna go ahead and hit the... Yep, there we go. Alright, I guess I'll just have to park it like this for now, I guess. Yeah, it's definitely gonna take a lot to learn on how to go ahead and drive one of these things. But yeah, figured I'd just go ahead and, we still turning? Are we okay? Alright, I'm just gonna leave it, and hopefully I can go ahead and get over there without getting eaten alive by megalodons. Let's just give it a shot, I guess. Fortunately I swim pretty fast. Let's see. Alright, we made it. But yeah, oh, by the way, yeah, here's the bear. Not amazing stats to end up with, but I mean, they're not awful. Definitely good to have health being the best one that we have. I mean, definitely going to want good health. Unfortunately, it is going to take me a really long time to go ahead and farm up all of the chitin to go ahead and actually make this guy a saddle. A lot of cementing paste going to be needed. I'm probably going to end up heading back to that island to go ahead and tame up the Dodec in between now and next episode, as well as probably just practice sailing, so I'm not so bad at it. But yeah, that's really all I got time for this one. So yeah, thank you all so much for watching, and until next time, farewell.